Hi there, it's Allie. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I have had a lot of questions about getting people on the same page. How do I get my entire family on the same page regarding care for my loved one? Okay, how can I say this? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you guys are not on the same page right now, it is very unlikely that you're all going to get to be on the same page. Here's what I know. There are many different kinds of families, but I always say there are certain kinds of stereotypes and of families that I've worked with. So there's the stereotype of the exhausted caregiver who is the hands-on caregiver who's trying to make sure that mom has what she needs. And then there is someone who is in charge of the financials, and they are usually out of town or far away and completely removed from the day-to-day. And these two people usually don't see things the same way. So there's that dynamic. Then there is the dynamic of having, two or more children, adult children, and everyone thinks that mom's in a different stage. Everyone thinks that mom has a different level of understanding, and there's always at least one person who thinks that mom's just being manipulative, that she is not, and I'm using mom as an example, it can be anyone, but that mom is, exaggerating her symptoms, that she's pretending, that she really is not as confused as she is, or she's not as sick as the doctor is saying she is. That's a common dynamic, to have that kind of thing where, if you have 4 siblings sitting at a table, they all 4 might see and think of mom being a different place in her illness. Okay. And then, another thing is there's usually at least one person who's like, we don't need to use medication. We need to use all natural substances. I'm not saying anything against those things, because I know that from personal experience that those things can be effective. But I'm talking about when you have someone who really truly needs a man-made pharmaceutical. I'm not knocking natural methods. I'm just saying that there are some times where in a disease process that somebody needs medication. They just do. Sometimes they need medication. And if you have the person who is only believing that flowers and roots and leaves are going to be the answer, then you're never going to be in agreement with the person who believes that the pharmaceutical is going to be the answer. So, and you know what? Most of the time, the truth is somewhere in the middle. There's usually some natural stuff that we can do, and then they also need medication. So, but I tell people all the time that to expect everyone to see things the same way is just not going to happen. So I have a different relationship with my mother than my sister has, and then my brother has. And we all see her a little differently, even though we have had the same mom our entire life. And it's similar when you love someone who has dementia or who is at end of life stage. And some people are at different levels of understanding, and they can process that and they can accept it. And some people will hope that even if the person is in a comatose state, and they have been for days, they still never give up hope that the person's going to sit up and say, I'm fine. I was just kidding. I'm not going to die. Here's what I know. It is possible to get people closer together, to understand more, and to work together as a unit to provide care for a loved one. But that requires every person on board to have the best intentions, to have faith in one another, and to refrain from being nasty to one another. So that's hard, because in a family situation, a lot of times the people that we're the hardest on is the people that we love the most. It is of utmost importance to treat each other with respect when you're under the pressure of taking care of loved ones. Normally speaking, I would say that the non-caregiving adult child usually does not have any clue how hard it is to be the caregiver. So the best situation is when you have more than one person and people are alternating. And if mom can stay in the same place and the people alternate versus mom alternating, that's actually going to be your best bet. But if you're expecting all of your family members to comprehend and understand dementia or other related diseases, other related illnesses that cause cognitive issues, that is really hard. Because even with a cancer diagnosis where a doctor is very plain, you will have 3 children walk out of the doctor's office seeing the world differently. You just do. Some people are like, well, I'm never going to give up hope. I'm always going to believe in a cure. And then you're going to have somebody else who says, I hope that she'll be cured, but she might not be cured on this earth. And then you have someone else who says she could die tonight. So it's just, that's how we are. We're all different. It is nearly impossible to get everyone on the same page, but you can work together better with your family. I do recommend that you use open communication as much as possible. It is best to use language about if you say, I feel that mom needs more help. I am not comfortable with leaving mom alone overnight. I want mom to have the long-term care insurance activated so that she can have the support that she has paid for. And I do recommend listening when your siblings or other family members are expressing themselves and talking. It is really, really hard not to be formulating your next response, but to really listen and understand where that person is coming from. Meaning, if they don't really understand how much the disease has impacted her or your family, that's all going to play into how this goes. If you have a family where everyone generally agrees and understands and is supportive of one another, you need to thank your lucky stars. Most people who have a family have disagreements, and you don't have to agree about everything, but you do have to decide who's going to be in charge. And then the people who are not in charge, meaning the people who are not in person caregiving, who are not in charge, they need to support the caregiver. Okay? Because if my sister is taking care of my mom and I'm not there all day, every day, I don't know what's going on, but she does. And I need to trust her and I need to support her. And it's a very, very hard job that she has. So I need to believe in her and trust in her and support her in any way possible. It's part of my responsibility. It is an honor to love on people that need our help. It is an honor to take care of people who raised us and who care about us and prayed for us and wanted the best for us. So I guess an answer to the question, how do you get everyone on the same page, is you stop trying. You decide who's going to be in charge together if possible. And if not, just by default, if you're the one that mom lives with, guess what? You're in charge. And you need to be respectful of other people's opinions and what they need. Whether you are trying to decide if you're going to continue treatment for a disease process, where mom is going to live, which doctor mom is going to see, or if you're going to stop seeing doctors and you're going to seek hospice care, because what you want is support and comfort care in the home, because there is no real solution for the disease process. And instead, we're going to focus on staying at home and having nursing and support in the home. Whatever your choice is, you need to do that with respect for one another and treat one another with respect. And that's easier said than done. I know that everyone has family dynamics, but you are going to do better and feel better at the end of it if you can maintain your relationships throughout the process. One of the hardest things to maintain a relationship through is caregiving. It can be devastating to siblings to take care of mom and not be in agreement on how they're doing that. There's no easy answer, but I will say that if you are doing the hard work of loving someone and taking care of them every day, you are seen and you are appreciated and you are doing God's work. And I believe in you. If you are viewing this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share so that other people can see our content. And I appreciate it so much. And I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.